Hello everyone, I just got done seeing The Creator, and this is probably the best sci-fi film of the year so far. I love this film. It's been a while since something on the big screen felt like an actual film that moved me and made me question things, And this is just a phenomenal sci-fi epic. It is everything you want a science fiction film to do. And I was kind of won over a little bit before with the Dream On trailer, a wonderfully edited trailer. The movie goes in a much different direction, a much deeper direction than you're expecting. This is directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Star Wars Rogue One, Godzilla, and a small film called Monsters, and believe it or not, he brings that kind of independent film feeling to this sci-fi epic. All the visual effects were done in post after they got all the frames they wanted to use. It only cost $80 million and was filmed with a Sony camera that cost $3,000. It's living proof that it's not what you have that counts, it's what you do with what you have. And the cinematography and the lighting of this is just done superbly. If you liked Avatar: Way of Water and enjoyed films like Blade Runner or Terminator 2: Judgment Day, I think you're really going to dig this movie. It stars John David Washington as Joshua. He's a soldier in this war between artificial intelligence and humans, and he has to find this weapon that is disguised as a child, played by Madeline Una Voiles. She does a phenomenal job as a child actress. Both of them give great performances in this film. There's some heartfelt moments. You also have Gemma Chan, Allison Janney as a villain, and Ken Watanabe. This movie is just a really well done sci-fi epic. It felt like an old-fashioned film with a story, with practical effects. There wasn't like a bunch of jokes. There wasn't like some stupid green screen. No, everything was just well polished and refined, and it had an interesting story. That is pretty much the synopsis of him finding this weapon. It's just, what does he do with that knowledge? What allegiances will he choose? That's where the main story comes into play, and I love that. There's also Joshua here wondering how he is as a person. Is he good? Is he bad? The humans in this know that they're doing horrific things in this war against AI. They're kind of like at that point where the ends justify the means. This film starts off with the explosion of Los Angeles from a nuclear bomb, much like Terminator, And basically AI has been banned by the West, and they're only in the East. So you have New Asia, where they harbor artificial intelligence. So our US military is using this weapon called Nomad, where they try to destroy different AI bases and people who harbor artificial intelligence. They say their war's not with the people, but they kind of get in the crossfire. And what I love here is John David Washington's arc, Joshua's arc, and what is right and wrong, and what exactly defines humanity. We also get to see the machines learn in a specific way. What defines living? What is life? What is humanity? And I love that in science fiction. Blade Runner 2049 did it several years back. And this is just an amazing movie that I highly recommend seeing on the biggest screen possible. You see other films that are like $300 million that don't look nearly as good as this film, and Gareth Edwards knocks it out of the park. I think he directed the best Star Wars project under Disney's reign, and he continues that sci-fi epicness and scope to this film. But above all, story is key, and that's what makes this a very strong film, along with the performances. This is definitely worth buying on a 4K. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it an A+. This inspired me, and it moved me. It provided escapism, but it also made me question things in our real life, because AI, this could be a very possible future in a way, And it's kind of scary to think about. But John David Washington has carved a path onto his own, from his father. And I like the sci-fi work he's doing with this and Tenet a few years back. And I think he gets better with each movie. He's a wonderful actor, and I cannot wait to see what he does next, what Madeline Una Voiles does next growing up, and what Gareth Edwards does next, because this story, The Creator, is what movie magic is all about. Anyway, those are my brief thoughts on The Creator. I highly recommend seeing it. If you enjoyed The Creator, if you have seen it, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of it, and these are other films that you may enjoy if you enjoyed The Creator. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. We're about to enter the season of Halloween. Till next time.